Here's some must-knows if you're thinking of buying or selling a home with solar panels. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Margaret Jackson with the Professional Agent Group with Keller Williams Realty right here in beautiful Tampa Bay, Florida. You know, our team's been assisting hundreds of buyers and sellers in the Tampa Bay area. If you're next, give us a call, text or message, we'd be happy to chat with you. If you're new to joining us, then welcome. And if you like what you see, please go ahead and subscribe, like the video, feel free to share it. If you've got any questions, reach out. We'd love to chat with you about your dreams and goals. Okay, so buying a home or selling a home with solar may be the best decision ever, or the stuff nightmares are made of. Partly because this is still a relatively new and uncommon technology, it's still the minority of homes even here in Tampa Bay. So let's get started. Number one, determine if that system is owned or leased. So even before going on the market, get documentation proving whether the homeowner owns or leases the solar system. Now, the ideal situation for the buyer and the seller is that the homeowner owns it outright, but that's not always the case. Now, most solar leases are for 20 years, so in most cases for leased systems, it's likely that the lease will still be active when the home's listed. And if it's not paid off, then the buyer and the seller must both determine the best course of action when negotiating that transaction. Significant items to consider are like the monthly fees, the terms, and the amount for the payoff. For the buyer, taking on the payments of a leased solar system could actually cause an increase in the buyer's debt-to-income ratio, and it can then make them ineligible for a home loan. And that's critical to understand, especially right now, because at the time of making this video, rates are up on mortgage rates and they're already struggling to afford what they could previously have bought. Number two, have a legal or solar professional review the lease. If that solar system is leased, be sure the lease is reviewed by a professional, ideally even before entering in the agreement to list or purchase the home, and definitely during due diligence. Number three, have the system inspected by a solar knowledgeable professional. It's probably not going to be your regular home inspection. Hire a professional to do that inspection, and they need to have in-depth knowledge of all parts of the system so they can engage with you and let you know how it's going. Number four, engage an outside expert as well to determine the system's value. So after the inspection is complete, have an independent inspection company do an objective, comprehensive valuation of the system. There's numerous items that you should consider, including system panel performance, brand, age, inverter, what the monitoring is, the software, the hardware, the apps, all of it. And that third party can give you an accurate valuation, and then that can help in determining how much, if anything, it does in fact add to the value of the home. You know, as we've talked about previously, lenders that we've spoken to have at best suggested getting an estimate from an independent solar company of a trade-in value or a used value that could then at least be sent to an underwriter. It doesn't mean that the underwriter is going to take any notice of it at all, but it might be the best way of establishing value, and check our other videos for some of those issues. Number five, work in tandem with the solar company throughout the whole process. Both the buyer and the seller need to understand everything that's happening, and anything that could have damaged the roof in the past should be inspected and taken into consideration. The permitting, electrical connections, all of that are things that you need to understand. Number six, get to know about any solar related liens on the property. So the title company checks for liens as part of handling the transaction, but they also need to ensure there are no Uniform Commercial Code UCC1 liens on the property. Now, some solar company use that kind of lien on the property against the solar system, but title companies might not check because those are primarily used for business purposes and aren't so common on residential homes, and that could get missed. Number seven, understand all of the other things that could impact you. And we've talked about this on some of our other earlier videos about solar, and I highly recommend you giving them a watch. Things like homeowners insurance. At the time of making this video, homeowners insurance in Florida still in turmoil, and insurers are looking for reasons not to insure homeowners. So if there's solar involved, do your research, super early on in that process to know what you're getting into. Don't wait till after your due diligence period. Do it early. If you're thinking of making a move in Tampa Bay, give us a call, 727-408-6000. Let's start the conversation towards you achieving your real estate goals. Make it a great day.